Welcome to Tool Tip Tuesday. We're talking bunker play today, more about the equipment and how that works with numbers or the loft and bounce for different conditions. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some instruction on how to play the bunkers correctly. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, you'll receive a video each week. Now, most you see on the wedges, so you have a 58 or a 60. Now I've got two clubs here. One's got 58.8, this one's got 60.12. Now that means those little numbers, the 8 means the bounce. So that is the measured by the back of the club to the leading edge. It is 8 degrees. So what we do, if we have a ball, now leading edge is quarter way up the ball, so it's not too high up, not too high up. Now this one, 12 degrees of bounce, back edge to leading edge. It's quite a lot, isn't it? What happens when we put the ball there? Half the ball is covered. So there's a good club for each situation, but it's depending on the firmness of the sand. Now, most players on tour will have their highest, or most lofted club will have the least amount of bounce. Like for example, I've got 8 degrees. Most guys have 8, 6. Cameron Smith has 4 degrees of bounce. So everyone's a little bit different, but there's a preference. But not many players are playing with their most lofted club with double digits, 10, 12 or 14 degrees. That is more for the 54 or 55, 56 degree club. So why is this important? Because it comes down to ground conditions. So normally if the ground's very firm, you would like less bounce. Because what's happened, the club will not dig in. Leading edge is going to touch, back edge is going to touch, leading edge is exposed, goes through. So if you've got firm bunkers at your golf club and you've got 12 degrees of bounce and you're hitting that shot that scuttles across the green, reason is you got the wrong equipment. So it's a matter of getting the right equipment. So general rule is, most lofted club, you have the least amount of bounce. So 8, 6, 4 degrees of bounce. Then your next club, if it's a sand iron, which would be your 50, anything from 53 to 56 degrees, you'd have between 12, 14 degrees of bounce. So if you get in the firm sand, you use your 8 degree bounce. If you're in the really soft, fluffy sand, you use your 12 degrees bounce. So if you've got a 56 degrees and it's got 12 degrees of bounce, you use that, because what happens? You open the club face up, which actually increases the bounce. So really soft sand, you would like a lot of bounce. Firm sand, you like little. So they are the general rules we have on tour. So now we're going to talk a little bit about technique with the bunkers. So I've drawn 2 lines here. So left foot, just inside that line. Now you've got a driver width stance. What we're going to do, so driver stance, 60% on your left foot, you're going to have slight flex in your left knee. And we're going to maintain that flex throughout the whole swing. Now your chin is in line with the ball, and what we're trying to do is hit just inside this back line. So we're going to swing to shoulder height, keep the knee flexed, swing through, shoulder height, that knee stays slightly flexed. It does not pop up. So as we set up to it, squatting a little bit into that left knee, and it goes through. So general rules, if you are hitting behind the sand, behind the line, the head is either back here and your hands are, the club is unhinging too early and hits that way. Now, if you're not taking any sand, general rule is that left knee is straightening and popping you up. You can't get it. So you've got to maintain flexing the left knee, shoulder height, going through. You hear that thud? That's the thud you want, because we're using the back of the club to hit the ground properly. Now remember, firm sand, less bounce. Soft sand, more bounce. If you've got any questions, please send me a message. More than happy to answer them. If you're after a lesson, I'm teaching online at Skillest App or at Keysborough Golf Club.